Cabo. I like to call it the trifecta, the hat trick, the perfect combination of beautiful landscape, delicious food, and great adventures. Where is it? First, we must make the distinction between Cabo San Lucas and San Jose del Cabo. They're two different locations in Mexico, about 25 minutes apart. Cabo San Lucas is the resort town located at the southernmost tip of the Baja California peninsula of Mexico. It's famous for its arch at Land's End, where the Pacific Ocean meets the Sea of Cortez. More on that in a minute. Cabo San Lucas is filled with hotels, bars, and restaurants, along with a lively marina referred to as the Golden Zone. It earned the title because of its idyllic location, collection of high-end shops, malls, and restaurants. My gut says the yachts also have something to do with it. San Jose del Cabo is the more residential town with older buildings and several cultural hotspots. As remote as Cabo is, it's an easy, direct flight for tourists from spots like LA, New York City, and Atlanta. Where should you stay? Well, that depends on what you want to do while you're there. The Golden Zone offers up several options if you're thinking of the party scene. The famous bar, Cabo Wabo, is a short walk away, along with other nightclubs. But if you're traveling with your family or want a quieter, more romantic escape, consider the resorts beyond that zone. I'm a fan of the Hacienda Encantada, located in the tourist corridor. It shares a sister property in the Golden Zone called Marina Fiesta, so it's easy to take the free shuttle back and forth if you want a taste of the social side, with the option of escaping back to your quiet resort each night. It's a 100% Mexican family-owned business, with spacious rooms and sweeping views of the arch in the distance. When should you go? I don't think there's a bad time to visit, but the ideal time, in my opinion, is between mid-December and mid-April, mainly because that's whale watching season. One of the best things Cabo has going for it is all the sea life. Humpback and gray whales migrate to the Pacific Oceans and Sea of Cortez to mate and give birth. During my stay at the Hacienda Encantada, I was lucky enough to spot a whale while sitting on the balcony of my room. It was quite the thrill for this water baby. It can be crowded and hot during the summer, and in autumn there are fewer people, but also more odds of rainfall. That said, between September and May, you can take a snorkeling tour and swim with the sea lions out at Espiritu Santo Island in the middle of the Sea of Cortez. Jacques Cousteau called it the world's largest aquarium, and from mid-October to April, you can take an excursion to La Paz and go swimming with whale sharks, the largest sharks in the ocean. If you want to meet up with water creatures in a more controlled environment, you can head to the Cabo Dolphins Marine Center at Cabo Adventures for a swim. And yes, many are opposed to swimming with dolphins in captivity, but this Marine Center has the Humane Conservation Certification from American Humane and focuses on education along with its experience. Whenever you choose to visit, here's an important tip for when you arrive at the airport. You'll walk through what many refer to as the gauntlet. It's a hallway just after you pick up your luggage, and you have to go through it to leave the airport. Don't stop. Trust me, they're pitching all kinds of excursions and timeshares. They'll offer to help you get a taxi or carry your luggage. Just keep walking. There are people outside the airport who will offer the services you need, like a shuttle to get to your hotel. Better yet, book that in advance, and they'll be waiting for you outside. Once you settle in, you'll want to hit the beach, but that can be dangerous. Quite often, the beaches in front of your resort will be off limits, and that's for good reason. There may be big rocks, and the undertow is no joke. One place where this is abundantly clear is out at the Arch, the landmark I mentioned earlier. You can't take a car to get there. You have to go by boat. Definitely book an excursion out of the marina to get an up-close view. At the Arch, you'll see a sliver of sand, and on the Sea of Cortez side, the water is relatively calm. That section is referred to as Lover's Beach. A short walk to the other side brings you to the Pacific Ocean, where the waves are wild and the undertow fierce. That rough side is called Divorce Beach. That's the Cabo version of a funny truth. The safe bet if you want to actually swim is to combine that boat excursion with a snorkel trip. I went with a company called Cabo Escapes on what could be described as a boat trip, snorkel excursion, and party all in one. They took us down to Santa Maria Bay, where you can also kayak or paddleboard. Plus, the trip there and back will give you a gorgeous view of the properties peppering the coast. What should you eat? There are plenty of resorts that offer all-inclusive options, but I'd suggest skipping that if you want a taste of authentic Mexican cuisine. There are a variety of different foods available, but Mexican dishes are definitely in the majority. I suggest restaurants like Los Deseos, where you must try the cheese dip made right in front of your eyes, or Baja Lobster. You'll be thinking about that lobster for years to come. If you go shopping on the street, know that there's lots of wiggle room on prices. It's always okay to walk away if you don't get the deal you want. Odds are someone else will sell something similar if you just keep walking. And I've saved the best tip for last. Be sure to leave plenty of time to soak up the sunsets. The sky will be nothing short of brilliant, lighting up in bright oranges, reds, and yellows, or you may be treated to what I refer to as a cotton candy sky of pink and purple. They're all a treat and the perfect backdrop to that famed arch that defines this region that's sure to become one of your favorite places on Earth.